Today, we're talking about a food tradition like no other. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I'm standing outside with the box that just came, and I'm super excited about trying it out. And as you can see here, it says a taste of the Masters. So for some of us that aren't going to the Masters this year, it's a tournament I like. I've watched it a few times. You probably have too. But now the Masters has gone and licensed their name, I'm assuming. I got this on Goldbelly. I bought this because I saw it in an email. It was actually available last year too. So I guess 2 years makes it a tradition. Like no wonder. But what's in this box is a little bit of what you can get at the Masters, especially the famous pimento cheese sandwich. So I wanted to go ahead and unbox this with you and show you what's in this. Now, this is a $180 box. They actually had two versions of this. This one is supposed to feed like 12 to 14 people, and the other one is, I think, supposed to feed like 4 to 6, and it was $100. So I thought this was a better value, and I could invite some people over. And right now, the Masters is about to go on, and so you can have a little Masters party. Now, I'm going to show you what's in this. You can make a decision if you want to buy it. I think it's probably pretty novel and exciting for some of you that are super fans, but for some of you that don't want to spend a couple $100s to feed a dozen of your friends, I think you can replicate this for a lot less money. But let's go ahead and see what we get. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just cut it open. I think it's kind of one of these big insulated boxes, probably has like a packaging. I tell you what, the first thing that you see when you open this is a big little poster here that says, "Time to celebrate the 88th Masters Tournament. We hope you enjoy your hashtag Taste of the Masters." And so you can actually hang this up, put this on your wall, put this on your little table there, and show it to your friends, knowing that you got the official Masters stuff. I also will show you here what it looks like. It is packaged pretty well. It's pretty compact in there. Obviously, there are some things that you're going to need to round out the meal that are not in here. First of all, it looks like we get a dozen coasters here. It says Masters and then Taste of the Masters right there. So you get the logo. They are kind of like your heavy cardstock paper, your standard disposable coasters, the kind of thing that you would get in a suite that would be thrown away. They're going to absorb water and just be disposable, but they look pretty good. They have just a little bit of like an ivory tint to them. I wish these were plastic or silicone or something so that you could actually keep them, maybe a little memento, but you got those there. So we're going to put the drinks on there. And it looks like we get 6 bags of 2 different types of chips here. So we get the Masters Potato Chips Barbecue right there, indicated by the red. They kind of look like your standard little grab bag of chips. And then the Masters Potato Chips. And I think these are just your standard potato chips, but kettle style. So they're going to be nice and thick and crunchy. I love kettle style chips. So we get a dozen of these. So that's where you can feed 12 of your friends. But I don't know why they say 14. They should give you 14 then, unless some of your friends are going to share chips. The next thing I want to bust out here, which is pretty cool, is we get Masters cups. And these are probably pretty similar to the cups that you would get at the Masters. They are plastic, so you can probably hold on to these. Looks like we've got the logo silk screened on there. That is probably not going to last through a lot of dishwasher cycles. I don't know what this is, 12 ounces, a pint, your standard cup. It's pretty decently robust, so this is definitely something I would hold on to for a while. And it's going to make a little pair with the coaster right there. Now, this is where I want to let you know that obviously in a box like this, it is not efficient or affordable to ship drinks. And so you're not going to get your lemonade, your iced tea, your mint juleps, any of that kind of stuff. What is that? Kentucky Derby, maybe. But you're not going to get any drinks in here. So you're going to have to provide your own drinks, which is fine, but it means you're going to have to go to a grocery store. This is not just a meal in a box that you can take camping. Now, the other thing I want to show you here is that we have this Taste of Masters little booklet here. It kind of reminds me of the green envelope that I got inviting me to play in this year's Masters, but I don't have time. We're all busy. So it kind of looks like that. It actually has the food in the front there. Does that get your mouth watering? Are you pretty excited about trying this out? I want to show you inside here. We get a little greeting and it says the souvenir cups, but here is where it's kind of important. What we get are these little toothpicks that have Masters flags on them because these will go into the sandwiches. Now, I think what they are kind of saying is that this is a little bit like English tea time. You can make the sandwiches and then cut them up into finger sandwiches, and then everyone can try the pimento cheese and the other types of sandwiches. Or you can just make regular sandwiches. But if you want to do that, regardless, you have, looks like probably 15, maybe even 20 of these little flags to put in stuff. Now, I also want to show you that they come with little placards here. So it says pimento cheese, it says moon pies, and we get potato chips, which it's kind of funny because I don't think anyone would look at this bag and be like, what's in there? I don't understand what's in this little foil bag that feels like air. And then we get a little menu card right there. And then we also get instructions on how to make the pimento cheese sandwich, which is kind of funny because it says take white bread and then put pimento cheese on it and then put the other piece on there. So it's like, you got to be pretty dumb if you don't know how to make this with the pre-made material. So we get all of this stuff so you can have a really nice little layout. I kind of forgot that they had this, but this is a wax paper that is also branded. We get the checkerboard pattern on there, the masters. So if you have little baskets or plates that you want to put these on there, you can put your sandwich, put some chips in there. Kind of gives you a little deli style atmosphere. I'm kind of betting that if you are at Augusta and you order some food or a sandwich, it comes wrapped up in wax paper, you could just wrap it up like this, but these will make cleaning up a little easier for you. Then in the box here, separating all these kind of consumable dry goods is this insulated portion here. And we've got big chunks of ice, still ice cold and hard, just like my heart. And then down here, we have all of the good stuff. And before I start pulling it out, I just want to show you what it looks like in here, because this is where all of the interesting stuff is. Man, looks pretty good. I kind of want to tear into it, but not before some of my friends come over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we get. First of all, let's start with the quintessential master stuff. This is pimento cheese in a tub here. So I'm not a huge fan of pimento cheese. It's kind of a Southern thing, I think. It doesn't actually seem like super highbrow to me. So it's kind of funny to me that you go to the most exclusive, luxurious, most refined golf tournament in the world and they're serving pimento cheese. But you get this, it's 2.5 ounces per serving size. And you can see that we get a net weight of 24 ounces right here. So 680 grams for you that are on the metric system. Then we get some pulled pork here, which is probably one of my favorites. Again, same kind of thing, 24 ounces. So you get a decent amount of this. I think this is going to be served cold. You could certainly take this and heat it up in a saucepan or something like that. I love hot pulled pork, but I think this is meant to be served cold, like revenge. And then we get egg salad here, which I am a huge fan of. Love my egg salad. So we get the 3 of these here, and that's what we're going to make our sandwiches out of. Now, we also have some sweets here for your sweet tooth, and this is Georgia pecan popcorn. And it looks like there's some caramel on there as well. And so we get that, a little grab bag there. 6 of these is what I count there. And then down here, we get chocolate chip cookie individually wrapped. That looks pretty good. Pretty good size, healthy size chocolate chip cookie. I hate when they're really small. These aren't the oversized ones. They're not as big as, say, Jimmy John's cookies, but they're bigger than the ones that you would get in a box of cookies. And so what I can see here is that we get 6 of those. So it's kind of like you get one dessert, not all the desserts. All right. Now, what I am slightly confused about is on this thing, it says moon pies. Do Georgians call chocolate chip cookies moon pies? I mean, it says cookie there. I feel like a moon pie is like a softer cookie. Not entirely sure. And in fact, I feel like instead of sending me these pimento cheese sandwich instructions, they should have sent moon pie instructions. All right. So what I want to do here is get this all set up and see if it gives me the feeling of eating at the Masters. And as I mentioned, I want to remind you that it doesn't come with any drinks. So once you get your cup filled up with ice here, you're going to want to make sure that you have beverages for everyone. So you can definitely pick up drinks of your choice, some lemonade, sweet tea, make some Arnold Palmer's, whatever you like. But having nice, refreshing spring drinks for your guests is probably going to top this all off. So I'm going to start making the sandwiches. And the first thing that you were probably wondering is, what does the pimento cheese look like? As you can see here, it's kind of a processed cheese with pimento. Anyway, this is what it's like, and it's kind of thick, so it's nice that this has been sitting out at least for a few minutes here. It's a little easier to spread. I don't know that you need to go too heavy on it, but you want a good dollop on there. So I'm going to make some of these sandwiches and then cut them up. And now onto the egg salad, and this looks pretty consistent. Actually, it's pretty light and fluffy, quite a bit lighter and fluffier than I expected. It's going on there nice and smooth, but man, I do love egg salad. I've noticed that the egg salad that I get sometimes from my supermarket is really chunky, and that's where I was going to say that I get that this is cool. You get the Masters hardware and the cups and the logo stuff and some of the commemorative stuff, but you can go to your local grocer and get pimento cheese and egg salad and certainly pulled pork. I see those all over the place. So if you want to throw a Masters themed party, you could certainly do it a little bit cheaper. Now, let's take a look at the pulled pork. And here's the pulled pork. Again, probably flows a little better when it's heated up, but man, that looks pretty good. I can actually smell the barbecue sauce on there already. So I'll get this made up here and we'll try it out. All right, got a lot set up, but now we just need to put in these cute little flags, and then I just need to make some friends and invite them over. So I've got the food here laid out. couple more flags to put in there, but got those out, the chips, the sandwiches, the cups, the coasters. I've got the desserts all out. I've got the little placards. Even though this says moon pies, I put it out there anyway. They must have run out by the time they sent me my stuff, but looks pretty good. All right, let's get our game on and try it out. All right, after having tasted everything, I think the pimento cheese is my least favorite. It's pretty good, but I just can't see myself having a hankering for it. But pulled pork, man, this is where it's at. I would say so good. And the other thing that I'm a huge fan of is this pecan caramel corn. Maybe not so much the pecans, but the caramel corn is. That's delicious. And washing it down with your favorite beverage, and a Masters Cup is the way to go. It was pretty good. So, great way to spend the afternoon watching your favorite golf tournament and your favorite golf Masters champion, who I hope repeats this year. Go Phil Mickelson. Hope to see you with another green jacket. If you want to pick up the Masters food for next year, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Ron Panda. Out.